to my channel. My name is Martine, and if you are new here, I do videos on Vedic astrology mainly, but also with some tropical insights, and I focus on both relationship and natal astrology. And if you like this video and you would like to hear more content from me, please like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to see when I will post a new video. And also, if you're interested in a personal consultation, I do consultations on a wide variety of topics. Please check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. Thank you. So today's video is going to be a really short one. I just quickly wanted to record something give people a heads up. It's a practical tip, and it's something that I have known about for, let's say, quite some time now. I would say a few months now, and it's valuable and very simple. Namely, it's about how to boost your career. And all you have to know is your natal chart and your natal chart's ascendant, your D10 chart and your D10's ascendant. So the D10 is the Dasamsa, or the chart that basically is kind of a microscopic view of the 10th house of the natal chart. So the D10 is the chart that shows your responsibilities towards society, also known as the career path of the individual. And the third thing you want to look for is the Mahadasha of the, well, actually, yes, first of all, you have to look at the Mahadasha you are going through, and then look at the sign that that Mahadasha is going through. The sign that that planet is placed in the D10 chart. So, for instance, if you are going through the Rahu Mahadasha, like the recent video that I made a while ago, and you see that Rahu in your chart is placed in Taurus, that means that it's a feminine sign, right? So you have to look at all of the things that I've said, and you only have to look at the polarity of these things. So let me reiterate. So first of all, you want to look at the polarity, which means feminine or masculine sign of the ascendant. So if your ascendant falls in an odd sign, it means that it's a masculine ascendant. If your ascendant falls in an even sign, it means that it is in a feminine ascendant. And odd and even refers to the number of order of each sign on the zodiac wheel. So Aries is number 1, Taurus is number 2, Gemini is number 3, Cancer is number 4, so on and so forth, until Pisces, which is number 12. As a rule, the water and the earth signs are feminine or even signs, and the air or fire signs are masculine or odd signs. Okay, so you want to look at whether your ascendant is in an odd sign or an even sign in the Lagna. In the D1 chart, right? So the Lagna of the D1 chart. Then you want to look at the Lagna of the D10 chart, or the Dasamsa. And then you want to look at the sign of your current Mahadasha planet in the D10 chart. And look at whether they are odd or even, or feminine or masculine, as a different way of putting it. Why is this important? Because this will show what the general strategy, let's put it like this, or the general approach that you should have towards your career during this time. So first of all, you generally want to look at how the D1 ascendant compares to the D10 ascendant, because that's going to affect you throughout your entire life. So if in the D1 you have, let's say, a masculine ascendant, and in the D10 you have a feminine ascendant, this basically shows that you have to change your personality a little bit. That's basically the bottom line idea. So in order to be successful in your career, you have to learn to take on the feminine approach, which is indirect, tactful, diplomatic, and oriented towards service and towards others. Okay, so that's the general idea. If, on the other hand, in the D10 chart you also have a masculine ascendant, there's really not much you have to change about your approach. You just have to further emphasize the masculine traits in your personality in order to be successful in your career. So if you have, let's say Aries ascendant in the D1 and then you have Gemini ascendant in the D10, then they're both masculine and you have to take on the masculine approach. The masculine approach means that you have to be assertive and a little bit aggressive, and you shouldn't be shy about pushing yourself forward or taking the limelight or, taking leadership positions, basically being proactive and assertive and getting used to also being center stage or in the middle of the action. Whereas if you have a feminine ascendant of the D10, you have to take a more diplomatic, indirect approach in order to be successful. And also figure out ways to be of service. Especially, right? Of course, you also have to look at the full chart to get a really accurate interpretation. But this is like a really basic tip that you want to look at. And of course, last but not least, you really want to look at the sign that the Mahadasha planet is in, because that shows what approach you should take during that Mahadasha in order to be successful. And believe me, this has helped me a lot once I understood, because the last video I made was about Rahu Mahadasha, and it only took me about 13 years of the Rahu Mahadasha to realize that I had the wrong approach towards my career. But never mind. And believe me, it does make a difference, and I realized that actually it does really make a difference. Now, some people might take this the wrong way, or they might, I took it personally, for instance, because my Rahu is in a feminine sign in the D10, and because of that, I am required to basically try to be more diplomatic and more service oriented and more how should I put it, just generally more, nice, learning, team player, all that stuff, all the stuff that they tell you in the corporate job advertisements. You need to be a team player, you need to think about others, and I would get into I was always pretty masculine because that's my natural way of being, which sounds really weird, but that's because in my D1 and in my D10 I have masculine ascendants. So my approach was always like pushing myself forward, being assertive, being aggressive, not necessarily pushing for leadership positions, but pretty much, and again, I'm using myself as an example because, it's the example that I know best. But I have seen this in other people's charts as well, definitely. And that's why I wanted to give people this little tip. It's a simple tip, but it can make a hell of a difference. And it might actually, answer some questions to people who maybe are wondering, like, what am I doing wrong? Or like, why am I not advancing? Or I don't know, why am I not getting the right positions? Maybe you are not, presenting yourself in the right way. This is why I think this is important information. So it could be the other way around. You have to look at your ascendant. So again, to give you another example, if you have feminine ascendants in the D1 and in the D10, but now you're going through a masculine Mahadasha, let's say you're going through the Jupiter Mahadasha, and Jupiter in the D10 is sitting in an odd sign or a masculine sign, you have to become more assertive. Even if it doesn't feel natural to you, you have to learn how to cultivate those traits in order to advance in your career. Okay? So this has been pretty much what I wanted to say. This is a really short video. But once again, I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have any feedback, if you have any questions, please comment in the comment section, and I will do my best to respond. And okay, thank you once again. Please like, subscribe, please watch the ads, and once again, if you're interested in a personal consultation, I do consultations on a wide variety of topics. Please check out the video description. I will leave my contact information there. Thank you. So, thank you.